Welcome back, everybody. We're out here tonight at EPCOT because the walls around World Celebration are finally down. We have the chance to see the gardens that are now in the middle of World Celebration, which is the very center of the park. We get a chance to see the new Walt statue, Dreamer's Point, and we get to see the brand new nighttime show, Luminous, the Symphony of Us, for the very first time. This has been a long time coming, and I'm very glad it's finally here. Why don't you guys come along? Let's go make some memories together. We also have a brand new map for EPCOT, which on the inside does show that World Celebration is complete, with the exception of that little corner right there. We'll talk more about that later. But yeah, we can now enter this garden area and look at the new Walt Dreamer's Point statue. And I heard there's some really unique lighting packages on the ground. And then up here in World Showcase Lagoon, we've got Luminous, the Symphony of Us, which is the brand new nighttime show that sadly replaced Harmonious. That was our favorite show, but I'm very eager to see what it's like. And walking through the very entrance of EPCOT, it's very hard not to notice the change in music. The soundtrack that was released at the beginning of the 50th anniversary for Walt Disney World is replaced. I don't know if it's temporary or if it's a permanent thing, but it's the same music they play on the nighttime show at Spaceship Earth right behind me, the little light up one that they do. Just different versions of it. Like, we've been hanging out here in like the little hub area for a while, and we've heard like an Asian inspired one, and we've heard just other kind of worldly inspired ones that might be the new theme for EPCOT. We might constantly hear this stuff now. So I wonder if this song or this playlist was originally supposed to be the one always featured, and because it wasn't finished, that we held on to the 50th one for a long time. Either way, it sounds great. These walls being down are such a big deal because they have been up for at least 5+ years. It's been a very long time. I don't think you've ever seen EPCOT without walls,
no,
at least within relative memory.
2001.
Since 2001, yeah. So this is a very big deal that this is finally completed, and it's gonna be very weird being able to not have to go all the way around to get to other destinations. We're gonna be able to speed run this park really easily now, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we came up to the first area. This is so weird looking. Like, my heart's actually kind of beating fast because this is just so weird and strange to me. There's no walls and I can actually see things. Oh my gosh. Oh, they have lots of outdoor seating here too. Probably just like additional stuff for Connections Cafe, which is the Starbucks right behind me over here. Yeah, Matt was saying how like you can see straight through now. So I can actually see, you know, there's trees in the way obviously, but I can see through here and I can see the land pavilion. So instead of having to walk all the way around all of these walls, we can now cut straight through and head to all those attractions. Yeah, we've even got a new signage marker here that beckons you inside to go to World Nature and other areas of the park now. And there is one that's right above it that's not filled in yet. They did block it off, and I think that's gonna be the thing that's not quite finished yet. I know this seems really silly, but I wanted to get my first steps into the new land recorded. This is for history. You ready? We're in. We did it. We're in World Celebration. All right, so we're just gonna stroll around a little bit. We're gonna just see what it's all about. There's a better view of that seating area with some odd like things about, I don't know, that's supposed to be like a covering later on in the year. Are they lights? Oh, okay. Oh, I see the lights now. We'll have to get a better look at that at night. Here we are in the dead center of it. Got these giant pylons, which of course will be massive lights to illuminate the area when it gets a little bit darker. And I know from an aerial view, this planter in the center is a giant EPCOT symbol. I'll put a picture right here so you guys can see what it looks like. And I know all of these along the ground also light up, which I'm very interested to see what that looks like. It's actually like really old school EPCOT. They had a lot of light up things. I wish they brought back the little twinkle lights on the ground. I don't know if you ever remember seeing those, but they used to have like twinkle lights on the ground. It was over near like where Mouse Gear used to be and everything. And it was like that quintessential EPCOT thing. So it's not quite the same, but it's at least light up ground.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Now I did see something online that mentioned that there's spots for festival booths. Matt just pointed this out because I almost walked right past it. This looks like the prime spot for a festival booth. We've got these little panels here, which I assume have like power chargers and banks in it. There's a plug-in over there. It's gonna be really nice to actually have the booth spread out just a little bit more.
Yeah,
not that they've been like super congested, but it's wise to use this place for like maybe new booths.
Well, and also just having space for tables and things.
Yeah.
And sitting in general.
Uh-huh.
There's just none of that anywhere.
Mm-mm. And these right here are a big win for Disney World. Permanent benches. You can actually sit and enjoy being in an area and not have to worry about leaning against something. These are nice.
Yeah.
They're not bad. And they're sprinkled everywhere, at least so far where we've been. We've seen a handful of them, and they're really large, so you can fit quite a few people on here. There's also these kind of reed-looking clear tubes that I would only assume are also lights. These seating areas I pointed out earlier through the trees, the ones that are not far from connections, actually have charging outlets here. So you can come and charge your phone or other devices here, and there's a lot of them, like all the little clusters of chairs have them, so that's really nice. Matt just noticed that each of the 4 different quadrants of this circle have different lighting. So we haven't been to that side yet, but there's like some lanterns that are hanging above there. This side over here has what looks like giant trees as part of World Nature. Behind us is Connections, which is part of World Discovery, which has those big ring ones that we saw earlier. And then this side over here, I guess this would also be kind of part of World Discovery, but it has those clear rods. Got a great view of Spaceship Earth from right here. Of course, PhotoPass photographers are out in full force. Make sure you guys get those good photos. Here we are entering the World Nature section of the lighting area. These feel very, they kind of feel Wakandan a little bit.
A little, yeah.
Yeah,
they definitely look like they'd be in like Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I like them though. I don't see like lights on them. There's just like the mesh and the metal. But we do have a prime spot for yet another festival booth. I hope that they come during Festival of the Arts.
Yeah,
I really hope so. It'd be a kind of a missed opportunity if they didn't put them in for the very next one in like 3-4 weeks, something like that.
No,
very short time.
Close, yeah.
I feel silly. There's lights down along the bottom. Matt's being my like eye in the sky. He's catching all of this. And there's also lights above, like giant floodlights that'll shine down as well.
Just on these two. I think to show on the booth.
Oh, okay. We're entering our 4th and final quadrant. I don't even know that that's officially what they're called. That's what I'm calling them. A ton of seating, probably even the most seating out of anything. It kind of feels like a college campus a little bit.
It does, yeah.
It very much feels like a new age college campus.
I guess it makes sense for Communicore.
So right here is the only part that's not finished yet. During the initial plans of EPCOT, they had actually demolished this. It was originally part of the same structure that like Connections and Creations right across the other way. It was a big circle, and they demolished it because they had other plans, but then they changed those plans, so they had to rebuild all this, and this is gonna be kind of a more permanent festival center. I forget what else is gonna be in here, but there's gonna be like character meet and greets and other things, but this is going to be the one part that's not opening quite yet, as obviously you can tell by all the scaffolding. So I wish it was 100% complete, but hopefully in the next few months we'll get it done. Yeah, lots of like elevated raised seating too. It's kind of strange.
It makes me wonder if there's gonna be like food offered inside.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering too, because there's like a lot of
I think
seating.
it's probably going to, because it's probably gonna replace the Odyssey build. No, what is it called?
No, Odyssey's staying. Yeah, Odyssey's technically still part of World Celebration.
Okay. Well, I meant like since like that has like.
Oh, that's kind of our festival booth right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the main hub.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this is probably going to become that, and then that might be
Something else?
something in the future.
Yeah, hopefully they don't get rid of that. I like that
I'm sure
building.
they won't.
Here's a better look at those light fixtures. We really like these. These are very cool. I wonder what these have to do with Communicore and everything. Like, I wonder if it ties in somehow, but they're very unique. It also feels like an outdoor barbecue spot. This feels like a place where you go and like get like really expensive barbecue. I think the biggest thing I like about this is just the vibe of it.
Yeah.
Because it very much feels like the center of a town. How Epcot's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a city. And this feels like the area that like the town residents would gather and communicate and share ideas and just enjoy being with each other and in nature. It feels very Epcot at its core. I really enjoy it. We just saw the lights turn on underneath those steel trees. Means dusk is on its way. So aside from just a really nice place to sit and kind of enjoy people watching, there's not really a whole lot in here. I don't know if I would really call this a land. It's more of just the center of the park, a nice place to hang out. and a great way to finally get across to the other side of the park without having to go around walls. That being said, I feel like because this is kind of a blank slate, they could do a lot with it. Again, festival booths, character meet and greets, they could do a lot in this area because there's really not much offered here right now. But I'm fine with that. And up here is the main thing everyone's here for, which is the Dreamer's Point statue featuring Walt. Let's go check it out. Hi, Walt. There's also a few dedication plaques that have the title of the statue, which is Walt the Dreamer, dedicated to all who dream for a better tomorrow, and December 5th, 2023, which was the opening date. And on the other side, there is a quote from him, which is always be in a state of becoming. I'm oddly emotional after that. I am. I don't know why.
I mean, we don't really have any Walt stuff here in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, well, it's also that Walt dreamed of EPCOT, never got to see EPCOT, and this is not the EPCOT that he imagined, but it's still EPCOT. And the fact that we get a statue that you actually get to sit with and be with, because we don't have any others here. We have partners at Magic Kingdom, and that's on a pedestal, which I thought this one was going to be on a pedestal of sorts, higher up and like overlooking the rest of the land. But I like that you can sit with him. It feels like a more natural experience. It feels like a very humble experience. I really like it. Matt noticed that even the ground we're currently standing on is lights. I'm so excited to see what this looks like when it becomes nighttime. Oh my gosh.
That'd be nice.
But before it becomes nighttime, we haven't seen every square inch of this little area yet. So I say we walk the perimeter, and then I kind of want to walk through from one side to the other and just see how long it takes. I know it's going to take like 2 minutes, but I just want to have the ability to do it, you know? Over here is another junction. So down there is that new Communicore Hall. Right in front of us is the World Nature Journey of Water with Moana. And then over here is Spaceship Earth itself, behind the building. We're actually gonna turn right here past the new Communicore Hall and down towards World Nature and to see what that entrance looks like. We do have some more black walls flanking this side, but I don't know what they're doing. I wonder if it's gonna be like a new food booth or like maybe like another Joffrey stand maybe. We do have some nice planters in this area with some nice tropical foliage. I do enjoy a good tropical plant. Over there you can see the Land Pavilion and its sign. We're just outside of the Imagination Pavilion, and I'm really excited to see what these light pylons end up looking like just on and everything, because I think that they're a really cool design. I love that they lean inward and kind of make an A-frame going in. I really just want to see that walkway that leads into the building. Matt also just mentioned that these restrooms right here are now connected to this outer portion of this building. So we think that they're going to be able to access those restrooms from both sides now, which is really nice. Yeah, unfortunately on this side, we've still got quite a bit of walls, so there's still a bit of hoofing around you have to do. But again, hopefully not much longer. Hopefully they'll be gone in the next few months. Maybe summer, fingers crossed. And the walls stop right there, and we continue on into World Celebration. I do love this Spaceship Earth style mosaic on the ground. That's really cool. I don't know if this will light up at all, but I love any reference to Spaceship Earth I can get. It's really pretty. Now this area kind of looks suspicious, other than the gorgeous view of Spaceship Earth. But I wonder what's supposed to be here. Like a fountain maybe? I don't know. It's just a big empty planter. What do you think's supposed to be here?
I don't know. It'd be nice if maybe in the future they added like a statue or something.
Yeah.
It definitely gives like statue. I mean, obviously the picture is better to have not a statue.
Yeah.
Unless you're supposed to have like a statue with Spaceship Earth.
It just kind of feels like this is where Fountain of Nations was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And like maybe we're supposed to have some kind of jumping fountains here, but with all the planters, I doubt it. It just feels rather random. It's nice to look at. It just feels like it's missing something, and I can't place what it's supposed to be. But the end of that planter does lead us to where we started. Here's the very middle of the area. We've let a little bit of time pass, and World Celebration is alive. I am so giddy right now. I absolutely love this.
Oh, the trees are twinkling.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and they're also like holiday themed. They're also black and or white and red for candy canes. I am in such awe right now. I know this is so silly and this is such a weird thing to get excited about, but just seeing all of the lighting packages. This is so cool. I absolutely love this. Walk on the light. Guess we'll start our secondary part of the tour over here in World Nature. I really like this. I actually prefer that these don't light up. I like that they have the light coming from the bottom and like illuminating it. It kind of feels, it almost feels like Pandora over here now. Earlier I mentioned Wakanda, now it feels like Pandora.
It reminds me of like Animal Kingdom Lodge.
That's true, yeah. That like gold lighting. Yeah, this is so nice. You can see like the path back there all illuminated in purple. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't love this as much as I do, but I am like literally so giddy right now. Now we'll go check out the new Communicore sit-down area. Oh, I like that everything is illuminated from underneath. Oh, I really like this. Those lanterns are lit up as well, those hanging ones. That was a good call on knowing that these were gonna be lights, because I almost didn't see them when we initially walked in. They just completely like weren't existing in my eyesight.
Babe.
I do hope that having festival booths in this area doesn't take away from the ambiance. Like I hope it maintains its like kind of aura or its awe or its, you know, mysteriousness. And these lights are definitely the most unique out of all of them. These are really bizarre. And it's where there's only like 2 of them. You'd think they wouldn't be very strong, but they're very bright. I guess there was more back there too. There's more of those lighting units back there. You can see the string lights better now that they're pure white now. And I do wonder if these are gonna be permanent in the tree or if they're gonna take them down after holidays. Oh, and here's those 1 dot lights we were standing on right outside the Walt statue. I love these. And heading down towards the front of the park, towards Spaceship Earth, we have more of these like pylons, these beams that also change and they like have a nice segue of colors all the way down.
Yeah, we could cut down that way to go there on our way.
Who knew that the show could be even more enjoyable from behind Spaceship Earth rather than in front of it? I'm so used to watching in the front. I never want to watch it from the front now. I just want to watch it from back here. It adds a whole new meaning to it all. I love it. Well, we've got a couple of hours until Luminous starts. You know, it gets dark at 4 p.m. now. So we're gonna walk around a little bit. We're gonna just kind of do our own thing and we'll catch back up with you guys when we watch Luminous. Well, it's about 40-ish minutes until showtime. Sorry, it's very dark. Hope you guys can see me. We are making our way towards World Showcase Lagoon. Where do you think the best place to stand would be? Because I don't know if there's a bad spot or if there's...
We might have to look around a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very crowded, kind of from what we can see right now.
Yeah.
But like with Harmonious, they had the giant ring. You got to be dead on to see that. I don't really know what to expect from this show.
Exactly.
We're definitely not going to go back towards America because tonight is the candlelight processional with Brendan Fraser, so it's way packed over there. Not going at that bar.
And welcome to World Showcase Lagoon. In just 30 minutes, we invite you to experience Luminous, the Symphony of Us.
Something I'm also really curious about is what's the focal point for the show? Because like Harmonious had the giant ring that had visuals and the giant tacos in the middle, and this is, I think, just purely water and fireworks. So it's odd. I don't think there is screens. Again, I know nothing about the show. I avoided all spoilers. It's been out for about like a week at this point. It opened up the same day the World Celebration opened up. And I have tried to avoid spoilers as much as possible.
I know there's 2 really sad songs in here, so...
Oh, that's not surprising at all. But I'm very curious as to like what the big ooh moment is, you know? We'll find out.
the sound of time.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming along with us today to EPCOT to check out the opening of World Celebration and the new nighttime show, Luminous. What did you think of World Celebration?
It's good. I think it definitely has a lot of potential with like what they bring with the festivals. I do say it might be a little bit empty at the moment, but I do think they have something going for them for the future.
I definitely agree. I think once it's 100% complete, once the Communicore Hall opens and there's more ways to move around in here and there's more festival booths, I think it's great. I think right now we have a good blueprint and I think it leaves enough open space to do a lot of different stuff. Plus it's nice just to walk through. I mentioned earlier that it feels like a community walking around like the center of like a town or something, and it just feels like a great place for everyone to gather from 4 different points of the world. And it feels really wholesome to walk through it. I know that sounds silly for a glorified garden, but I really like it and I really love it at night.
Yeah, and they did do a good job of designing it.
Yeah, they did do a good job of designing it. It's not what it was originally supposed to be because we've had some changes, but I am glad that it's finally open.
Yeah.
Now, what did you think of Luminous?
I think it's good, but I don't think it was better than Harmonious.
No, I want my Harmonious back. I will forever be a Harmonious stan. I think Harmonious did no wrong. She was ugly during the daytime, but she did no wrong.
She made up for it.
She made up for it at night.
She was a party girl.
She was a party girl. I will say this show was unique to look at. It was very pretty.
It had a great message.
It did have a great message about the human experience and how we all interconnect and how we all bring things to the world through happiness and joy and eventually grief, which there's a point where they have the candles and it looks kind of like an ofrenda. So moving.
Yeah,
which
it was
leads
really
me,
pretty too.
Then the song choices were very well done. I really liked the use of a lot of sad songs. There was a lot of sad songs in this one. When She Loved Me, there's a one from Tangled, or not from Tangled, from Enchanted. I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh, yeah, the dance song.
Yeah,
I
that
love
one.
That song.
Oh, and there's like, You'll Be in My Heart. A lot of sad music in that one. And at the very end, they shot off those heart-shaped fireworks. I was like, that's creative. I like that. Also, at the beginning, they had a callback to Harmonious that had the intro song in a couple different languages that I really, really liked. It didn't stick around for much further after that, which I was a little upset about.
One thing I did really like is that they actually, something that Harmonious didn't do, was that it timed fireworks with the music. Like, it was right on the beat.
It was right on
like,
point.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, and we're also wearing Magic Band Pluses, so we felt when that beat was going to happen, and it happened at the same time as that.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a perfect show.
No.
I'm not gonna say anything really bad about it because I'm not as opinionated as most people are about it, because a lot of people aren't
seem to be happy
huge
about
fans of this show. They wanted Harmonious Guns, they got what they wanted, and now we have this show, and a lot of people don't like the show either. It's not a very upbeat show.
Yeah.
I wish it had a lot more energy. With Harmonious, there was so much energy all the time,
Like,
and it was a very fun show to watch.
Each movement had like a different thing going on for it.
This one's definitely very moving, and the song choices are great, but there's never that point where you're like, ooh, this is fun. I thought there was gonna be some kind of water projections or some kind of screen. I do like how they did the like haziness and the kind of laser beams over. I thought that was kind of fun, but there was never like, oh, here's this splash of this character, like kind of like a World of Color kind of thing. I kind of wanted a little bit of that, but no, nothing. It was strictly just music, fireworks, and water fountains.
Yeah. The fountains did do a good job. Like, they looked really beautiful.
They
and, like,
did.
Just the lights on the little armatures in general just looked really nice. Like,
Yeah.
they were probably better quality than what were on Harmonious.
It's definitely gonna have to be something that grows on me the more I spend time here. But I don't think it's gonna be something I seek out every time like we did with Harmonious. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys like our videos, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell so you guys get updates on all of our future adventures. Give us a super like if you really love what we do. Helps fund the channel, gives us the ability to go do more things to bring you guys more content. And as always, thanks for making memories with us. I've been Adrian.
And I've been Matt.
And we'll see you guys next time. See ya!